What is going on, everybody? He's on delay.
You stopped it. No, I played it out. You stopped it short. I don't know what you want me to do.
There was nothing.
I just played it out, bro. That's all I'm saying.
You
I
just
played it out. Played it out. You cut it off early. I played it out.
I think you're played out.
Yeah, I'm definitely not.
So, what is going on with everybody? Peg Leg is in the house. Timmy Turbo, Daniel Veller, and Jeffrey Huff. What is going on, everybody?
Jeffrey was in the house first.
What did you step? You stepped your toe? I think Danny stepped his toe. Let's go.
What's flying, Flellers? The J. The hook, son. The hook is flying. So I don't know if you saw Dale's thing, man, with the flying J cologne.
Oh, I did see that. It's like a flying J cologne. I mean, honestly, does that mean you're just going to smell like
diesel?
Exactly. That's all I'm thinking is like, it's diesel.
I'm intrigued.
Which, I mean, right now, I mean, with the price of diesel and everything like that, I mean, it might be cheaper. It might be cheaper.
It might just.
But
it's an additive.
Oh,
you told me FUBAR Friday is on today. Like it started. YouTube told me FUBAR Friday started.
Oh, hey, you got an announcement.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Look, you got one too. FUBAR Friday has started.
That was an email.
Whatever, it came to you via email.
You want to do your intro?
What up? There you go.
Wow.
That's what we got things to do, man.
There's complacency, man.
We have got things to do. We don't have time for the shenanigans.
We have got some rants to go off on. So we even have people that are on because they can't be on the live chat, so they're going to be messaging me through Facebook Messenger that are, I think.
Why can they not be on the live chat?
I don't know why you can't be on the live chat.
Well, we should just link him in. I mean, he would be a great component.
He doesn't have the ability to get on the live chat.
Oh,
I think it might be his age.
Could be. Probably is.
I think it's your age. Ding. It's just probably gonna be like, fuck you.
Should just bring him in. He'd be a really good.
If there's rants, I'm out of here. What?
Oh, we're ranting, bro. So just leave.
Yeah, it's going down. So you might as well just leave now, Timmy.
No, we'll just leave now, Timmy.
Turn about. Just leave, Timmy.
It's not bad, but
no, I mean it's frustrating and it's being counterproductive to what a program was meant to be.
As a whole. You know what I mean? Like people, right? This isn't even just a primate.
He goes by.
This isn't even just a primate like problem. Like sensitivity is a thing. Look, people, if you get on Facebook and you read some things that you're not happy with, quit reading them. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Because I mean, it's one, you'll keep reading it and you'll get offended. And then what you have now is you have a lot of these people end up being Facebook warriors, which you have these people that want to hide behind keyboards that even whenever you go up to them in the, like, say, we'll call it the real world, they're not going to say anything. They won't stand up for what they believe in, but they'll stand behind a computer screen and they'll just go.
Yeah, like, look, if I put something up there, I'm 10 toes down on it. You know what I mean? Like, I'll tell you to your face. I'll tell you on the Facebook. I'll tell you. So many people are out here. Like, for one, if you think you're going to go to Facebook and solve problems, you're goofy. All you're looking for is you're looking for a group of people to try to agree with you. And then when those people don't agree with you, it's they're mean to me. When the reality is you started the whole altercation. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of like, if you're not happy with the things that are going on, then just stay away from them. True. You know what I mean? Like, if you run one of these Facebook things and these groups or whatever, and you're not happy with the decision that then kick them out of your group.
But then also the thing about it is too, why start a damn Facebook group that all you're going to do is talk crap about the company that pays you? That makes no freaking sense to me.
Well,
let me go ahead and start this group, and go ahead and let people rant all over it about the people that essentially gave you a job.
But some of it is like the rant sometimes is necessary. Like a lot of your Facebook groups, I feel do a good job at being there for people who just started and all that other good stuff. You know what I mean? Like, so they're good groups. But just because somebody put something in there that you're not a fan of, you have the right to respond to it, but they also have the right to respond back to you. You know what I mean? Like, this is a whole freedom thing that comes down to you have the right to say whatever you want to say, but people also have the right to say whatever they want to say back. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't a one-way conversation. This isn't a, you know what I mean? Like, and again, if you run the group and you're not happy with what is said, you know what I mean? Like, then you need to just stop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, get away from the group. Don't read. Like, you can stop reading this. Like, it's not like they're like, it's in the same thing as their keyboard warriors just typing away. Like, you in return can stop reading whatever it is they're typing. It's not like they're in front of you just yelling at you.
Oh my God, I can't do it. I can't. It's got me so
how dare you hurt my feelings? And then in accordance to the episode today, you know what I mean? Like, if any of you are a part of any group or any establishment, if you've joined the DAB board, if you run one of these pages, if you know what I mean? Like, you're using Prime's name, that it needs to be on the professional up and up.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, you need, especially if you're on the DAB, you need to act more accordingly. You know what I mean? Like, because you've put yourself in it. Like, I'm not saying you don't have the right to say whatever you want to say, but at the end of the day, if you're going to do it as a DAB member, then you need to do it as the understanding of representing Prime Inc. Like, when I type what I want to type, I type for me. I don't type for Prime.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm no longer on the DAB. I don't type on DAB.
But the thing is, this is coming
member.
from 2 prior DAB members. The thing is like, this is...
Well, it comes from a lot of different people in a lot of different episodes.
What I mean is,
like, this scenario.
We're both prior DAB members. The thing is that we know what that whole system was intended for. We know how good it can be. The thing is that whenever you get to this teeny tiny little bicker back and forth bullcrap, nothing's going to get done. The only thing that's going to get done is you're going to get kicked off. That's it.
Well, you're going to waste everybody's time at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like, if we're just strictly talking on the DAB stuff, like, if you're not there, you know what I mean? Like, trying to resolve issues, like, what is your bickering back and forth you're going to do for other drivers?
Not a damn thing.
But that's what you're there for. Driver
Exactly.
advisory board. You know what I mean? Like, you're there to stand up for other drivers behind you. So what is and if you have a beef, cool, man, kick it to your personal side of Facebook. You know what I mean? Like, kick it to the personal side of whatever you do. That's on you. You know what I mean? Like, but do not sit here and act like, you know what I mean? Like, you're better than somebody. I know how this works. Look, everybody operates differently. Everybody does things differently. Some people will say 58 miles an hour is the way to run. Some will say 60. Every truck is different.
Exactly.
Everybody has their own different opinion. So your way may not be the best way to get it done. Whether you want to hear that or not doesn't really matter. But like, all of this nonsense is just nonsense. Like, if you have a problem, why are you going to Facebook with your problem?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, if you have a problem and you've done the right things, and you've talked to people and you know what I mean? Like, you've talked with management, you've done this,
Yeah.
and you're also airing it out on social media. Cool. But don't go to social media and be like, well, this is stupid. And I'm just gonna resolve this on here. I'm gonna tell everybody how stupid this is. Because you didn't tell the people that needed to know.
You've taken away from the professionalism of the program. You've taken away from people actually getting in there and actually wanting to come to a specific program, to a board, of wanting to get their issues brought up. And then all they see is this. Nobody's going to want to bring anything in. Nobody's going to want to actually push this program forward. Nobody's going to want to come into and apply if that's all that they see. And the thing is, especially when you do it on a public forum, that's dumb.
It's not you have the right to do whatever you want to do, but you also have the right to understand the backlash that comes along with it. You know what I mean? Like, And again, I'm not holding reserve to just the incidents on the dab stuff or anything like that. It's a matter of everybody. You know what I mean? Like I said, there's people that want to trash, you know what I mean, like things, and people that want to trash the instructors that do a lot of work. Nobody wants to say anything about that because you agree with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, but then when we come back at you, you're like, oh, you guys are just so rude. Wait a minute, man. You were just talking trash on me. Like I was the worst thing since planet Earth. What did you think I was going to say?
Exactly. What do you, what
you know,
kind
like,
of, so in your world, you're the only one that can be rude?
Or you're the only one that can be right. That's a societal problem today, to be honest. Like everybody, I am right. Like there's no communication. There's no.
The problem is they didn't think that they were going to get checked. They did not think that they could put it out there like, oh, watch me, I'm going to go at this authority figure, or watch me, I'm going to go at of what I perceive as the problem. But as soon as they turn and they go right back at you, oh, you don't have anything to say. Oh no, they're being rude. Oh, I'm the victim now. Man, no, screw that crap.
Like everybody has a side. They're, like they say, man, there's three sides to every story: yours, mine, and the truth. You know what I mean? Like, and the truth lies somewhere in the middle of the two stories. But everybody has a personal opinion of things that go on, things that happen, things that, like, hey, like I said, I think my truck runs better at 60. Hey, my truck runs better at 56. That's great. You got to find what your truck runs best at. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you don't get to just dictate to me, like, no, my truck gets it at 55, so that's the only thing that needs to be set.
No.
Everybody has their own priorities, their own thing, and the right to their own opinion. It's the same thing like I told students when, like, the greatness of me just doing PSD with the flatbed stuff is I'm going to show you how I do what I do. Now, your trainer is going to show you how he do what he does. Right. And then you're going to take the mixture of what you like out of what both of us did, you know what I mean? Like, and do your own thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the positivity once you get on your own, is you get to do what you want to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we've only schooled you on how things can be done. You know what I mean? Like, and your trainer probably told you, I like it this way. This is why. Right. You know what I mean? Like, so on and so forth. And it doesn't mean once you get your own truck, you have to do it that way. You might agree, well, you know, Justin does the straps this way, and I like doing it that way better. So I'm just going to go back to that. You know what I mean? Like, for me, it's all about being legal. As long as we're legal and it works, then that's all that matters. You know what I mean? Like, but you can't just come out here and think that you get to just, like, there's plenty of people that talk bad on plenty of people all over the place. Just stop reading it, man. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I do. Like, they talk all that shit. Cool, man. You don't know my job. And a lot of you won't come in and do our job. That's evident because we're short on instructors.
The funny thing was, and this when it came to that particular issue, and when it came to, because we've had this issue happen in the past, to where someone has gone onto a public forum and wanted to rant and rave and wanted to do all this kinds of crap. And we said, okay, bring it to the meeting. They come to the meeting, they don't say a damn thing.
Right. And again, you're holding it strictly to that.
Well, because that's the one thing that I'm that obviously I'm heated on. We're heated on the same issue, but he's going a lot deeper into the issue of what we've also dealt with on other platforms. And
wow.
So we have a lot of comments that are going on here, but see the blah, 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 blah. Timmy's obviously still here. He didn't leave.
Yeah, what did he say? I didn't get to read that. Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I haven't looked at the books of faces in over a year. Too many flakes of snow.
I mean, that's true. Too many people get too offended over everything.
Yeah. So what I get a kick about, I put this one on, was that they ran about the company are usually the biggest ass kissers. When they get called on their crap. Yep.
And that's what you're saying is that, like, oh, I'm gonna come on here, say all this, and then I'm gonna get in their face and be like, oh, well, you know, really, I'm about this, in hopes that they never saw it. And it's like, bro, like, I've seen what you typed. What are you talking about?
Right. Timmy, you're putting a whole bunch of comments for a guy that said he was leaving.
Glad you didn't leave, though, man. This would not be the same.
We're not on. It says we're not on Facebook, though. We're on the tube. Yeah. And the thing is, this also is connected to different to Facebook as well, especially on the forums of what we're talking about. This is our way. Could we have gone on Facebook Live and done this? Absolutely. But the thing is, we already have an established deal went through YouTube. We know that we have this particular show that happens on Fridays, and this just happened to happen today.
Yeah, I mean, like, we're literally talking about things that an aggravation that happened today.
So it's like, did you guys have a bad day?
I didn't ruin my day, because again, like, I'll read it and I'll move on from it. And if I don't like what I'm reading, I'm just gonna walk away from it. So it didn't ruin my day.
CDL Peg Leg with the FBG crap.
FBG, baby. They know what it is.
Legal is better than illegal. Time to get Tim a dictionary.
The statement is understood.
I lied. Yeah, I lied. Yeah, no shit. But this is, and I'm sorry that we don't normally don't go on a rant the way that we're going on right now. And this, but
no,
this
you lied. We just don't do it on camera.
This is good. Well, yeah. When I'm talking about from the show aspect, we don't normally go off the way that we're going off with this. But the fact was, we had somebody that had come in that was trying their best to fix something, and then got turned around and basically had all kinds of stupid stuff thrown at them. And it's just kind of like, this is not like.
But some of it, to be honest, too, though, some of it is factual, right? Like, you want to control something with no policy of control. Like,
True.
How do you do that? Like,
you can't.
If you're
you
like,
have
hey,
to have
I
a
don't
policy.
like this, but you then allow this person, and this person to do the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to get anything out of that. You know what I mean? Like, you're just going to get a lot of finger pointing and again, like I told you earlier, why is it okay for this person to do something, but it's not okay for this person?
Right.
Once you've created that, you don't have a policy. You don't have a ongoing thing. People are upset, and they have a right to be upset when they see things like that.
Peg leg, as of right now, can prime drivers do more than one term on the DAB? As of right now, we don't have anybody that has done a second term on the DAB. What they're trying to do is they want to get a new crop of fresh faces, of fresh ideas to try to keep going through there. But eventually, will we have retreads that go on there? I think so. But the thing is, as of right now, it's new enough. I say new enough because I think we started it in 2014?
I have no idea.
The person on Yahoo Messenger would know.
Yeah.
But I think we started it in 14.
Let us know there, big guy.
It's like we know it started in 14. I think it started in 14, but we still haven't gotten through more people to where we could actually start having retreads in there.
I know.
Do I see that eventually happening? Yes. Do I think that it needs to happen? Yes. Because there are certain ways. I think that when you have somebody that, I mean, it's also like setting terms with Congress, though. I mean, you're talking about, you get ingrained into the politics of it, and then you're really not there being productive of what you initially thought you were going to be. But I mean, I think that you should be able to try to do a second term, but I don't think it should be back to back. Like,
well, I mean, like, I understand the point of it is to bring fresh people in,
right? Fresh
new
people,
ideas,
fresh ideas,
and they bring people in from every aspect, right? So a driver from 6 months to a driver with 20 years. You know what I mean? Like, to keep everything, somebody who's been with Prime for 20 years, somebody who's been with Prime for 6 months.
This is, I'm coming back in short. I have to create a channel to live chat. I'm not that old.
Yeah. But, you know, and again, this isn't just conformed to the whole DAB aspect of it. There is a lot of people using Prime's name out there on the page. You know what I mean? Like,
and really, the thing is, like, it's starting to get to the point where they're going to start coming after you because it's defamation of character.
But like, and this is where it's sketchy ground, where I understand policy is hard to set. Like, again, you got freedom of speech. You're allowed to say whatever you want to say.
Agreed.
But if you're putting Prime's name on top of it, like, what is the defamation acts of it actually? Like,
you having your own personal opinion, I say, is not an issue. You having your own personal opinion is fine. But whenever you put Prime Inc. in front of that, you have basically voided your whole deal with having your own opinion. Now you're showing yourself as the opinion of Prime. That's where I look into it. It's just kind of like you guys will see this on here. Whenever I put these streams and whenever I make these videos and put them into YouTube, the ones that I know that will have benefit towards Prime and they have stuff to do with Prime, I will hashtag Prime in them. But the ones that don't have anything to do with Prime, I'm not going to hashtag Prime. Right. There's no point.
Right.
Like the one we did last week with my brother. I didn't hashtag Prime in that.
Well, a lot of people, regardless of whatever they talk about, like when it comes to like the YouTube aspect of it, a lot of people are going to hashtag Prime because they're looking to make the money, right? Like,
Right.
oh, I want to make this money. I want to get this going. I want to get that going. You know what I mean? Like, and I want to do this and I want to do that. And I mean, like, that's fine and dandy. Like, do you? But again, like like, I hate the fact that everybody drops their videos in those PSD TNT things. Like, hey, make sure you're paying attention to me. Like, come on, man. Like, that's unnecessary. That's not what those pages were designed for. That's not what.
It wasn't. That's not what that was designed for. That was designed, and me personally, I don't even really like that page, because the fact is now you have a whole bunch of students that go in there that really, you have brand new students that go in there, of which you have all these comments from all these previous students that now is clouding and of what these new students are trying to get in their head. Like, for instance, me being an instructor, what I'm going to do is I want basically to open up your head. I want to take all of that crap out. I want to just put my stuff in. That's it. I don't want to have any other cooperation with other instructors, other students, anything like. If it was up to me, I would have you in solitary. And that was it.
Bro, solitary is not good.
It works.
But it's not good, man. It's not good for your mental health.
It's not for that long.
Oh, I spent like freaking 3-4 weeks, and
they're only doing 2. I bet like that week 2 you were fine.
Them first couple of days, man, that is rough. And at like week 2, you done lost it, dude. You just out of your mind. You was a CO, you know this.
I know this, but the thing is that normally at week 2 everybody's fine. You just had some weird brain issues. But this is us going on this rant it's because we're turning into a culture, especially when it comes to Prime. We're turning into, I'm going to complain, and I'm going to troll on all of this, no matter what the consequences are, because there are no consequences.
Well, not just that though. People want to complain. Bring me a solution.
Yes.
Bring me. How do we fix this? Like, everybody wants to complain, but they have no fix. 90% of you don't even call the people you're supposed to call to fix the problem that you have in the first place. You want to go over to campus, you want to go to smoke thing, you want to talk all this trash. Then you scare the hell out of this kid over here who thinks he's going to have a miserable experience. Mm-hmm. Like, look, man, this little thing that we use to match you guys up is match.com, basically. Yeah. Like, it's just taking what you like, what they like, and finding similarities in the things that you people like. You know what I mean? Like, and then that puts you together. That doesn't mean that you guys are actually going to thresh, because how many of you actually filled out that survey and didn't lie? You know what I mean? Like, didn't type in something
what you thought
what Prime wanted to know. So this guy lives by these standards. You got a guy that matched up with you based upon the answers to your survey. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, but that's not who you really are. And so of course you're not going to get along with that guy because you lied on your survey. Prime, for those of you that are watching, that are coming here or doing anything, understand Prime doesn't see that survey. It truly is like, just answer these questions. They're done. 90% of them are the same question in a different form.
It taps into an algorithm.
Yeah, that's all it does. Prime doesn't care how you answer that question. Like, here's what Prime cares about. Can you get in the truck? Can you move it forward? And can you do it without killing people? Can you back into a dock? Can you be where you need to be on time? You know, like, that's what Prime cares about. What that survey, how much you care. Like, hey, man, we're in a business transaction. I need you to get from point A to point B. I'll give you a truck and a trailer to freaking do it with. You know what I mean? Like, now go get it. You know what I mean? Like, and if you do that, I'll pay you X amount of dollars. You know what I mean? Like, that's our transaction that it comes to. So as long as we're meeting in the middle of that, then I don't really care how you answer that survey. You know what I mean? Like, nor does Prime. You know what I mean? Like, so answer the survey. Like, we use the survey to match you with somebody that's going to match up best with you.
Right.
Like, they'll tell you, man, there might be a guy that lives 5 minutes down the street from you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, but you're a 1-star match for that guy. You're a 3-star match with this guy who lives one entire state away from you. We're going to put you with that guy with one that lives an entire state away from you, because that's a better match. It doesn't matter that that guy lives right down the street.
Because guess what? Sometimes you don't get along with your neighbors.
Right. And if you don't get along with that guy, like, you're going to be off his truck before next first home time, you're going to be off the truck anyway.
Exactly.
So
the other thing is too, is that you have of what, at least, I'm not saying that all of these pages, like, they weren't necessarily made with the best of intentions, but some of the worst things in the world were created from the best of intentions.
The road to hell is paved with the best intentions.
But the thing was, I'm tired of people going on there and legitimately asking a question, of which I understand the question, and they are told basically how they get a smart ass comment of which is, oh, you're dumb, you ought to know this. Because what's that going to do? That's going to prevent B, C, D, and E from even coming in and actually asking a question. You're preventing future people from feeling comfortable enough to come in and ask a question because they see how you ridiculed this person.
But it comes down to, if you're the person that asked the question, then that's the response you got. Ignore it, right? That answer didn't help you any. But that doesn't mean there's not 5 answers below that one that you agree that are going to help you. Look, man, you're not going to stop people from being people. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of people that believe you should have learned all this stuff. I should have learned a lot of things when I first started. I learned none of them. I didn't get a TNT. I didn't know tandem slide. You know what I mean? Like on a reefer trailer. Because on the trailer that I tested on, they didn't slide. You know what I mean? Like, so we didn't study that in pre-trip. We didn't, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't know the first thing about it.
Yeah.
And so when I got my overweight ticket, you know what I mean? Like, that's when I learned that the tandem slide.
Right.
And there was a trainer here at Prime. My student told him that story, and the trainer said I was an idiot, and that's why you ask questions. But let me ask you something, man. Like, if you don't know something does something, how in the world do you ask somebody how to do it?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, and again, let's not portray here. I'm gonna say this with all clarity. The majority of our trainers are great trainers.
Yes.
And there's people out here that are using you just as a logbook to extradite their money.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, that's facts. So
Yep.
if this kid had one of those trainers and he doesn't know, maybe it is on the trainer. Maybe it was on him because he didn't pay attention. Either way, the kid needs the information. So let's get him the information. You don't have to be, you can be a dick and still give him the information. Like, man, how did you not learn this in your training? You should have been paying attention. You're supposed to do this, and leave the correct information at the bottom of it. It doesn't seem like a complicated issue to me to figure that out. You could be a dick and that, but like sometimes if you should have learned something, then you're going to get a dickhead response and own it. Like, that's mine. Like, yeah, I probably should have learned that in TNT, but my trainer sucks. So Can you help me out here?
The problem is that you don't know, and this is the way I look at it this way. You don't know how much it took that person to go in there to ask that question. You don't know what their background is. You don't know how much they racked their mind before they went on there and be like, all right, I'm gonna put myself out here, man. I'm asking this question, and the first thing you get is, "Nah, you stupid dumbass."
And I understand that, but like, look, if you're coming out here and you're looking for answers, that's the same thing. I was in Chicago one time. Some guy asked on the CB what the yellow flag meant or something. What something meant out of a NASCAR race, because he was listening to the race on Sirius. Like, bro, you came to the worst place on the planet Earth to ask somebody a real question. You know what I mean? Like, you came to the worst place. You know how much garbage that dude got? Like, I don't even watch NASCAR, but I know half the things those people said were bullshit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like,
but you came to an arena where you're going to get, like, you have to understand, you came to an arena where you're going to get some bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, but you have to separate the bullshit from the real shit.
What the thing is, too, is what you have to realize on this side. What you have right here is what a lot of people see as a damn shield, of which they think could be. The thing is, you have a lot of these guys that were basically belittled. You have this stuff that happens where they're belittled whenever they were kids, and now they get to be the bully because now they're behind a shield. They're behind this big, huge blanket of what is that screen. That's exactly what it is.
I don't think, because there, just as much as it takes the people to gen up the courage to come on here and ask the question, there's some people that banked on this.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I just want to do my 30,000, get off his truck. I'll figure the rest out later. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, and then like, oh, somebody help me out with this. Like, they're the ones that didn't pay. Like, this is such, nobody knows the other person. No. So, like, understand that if you're coming in here, please, by all means, go to these people with real questions. You'll get real answers, but you're going to get some bullshit too. Just be prepared for it and ignore the bullshit. Get the information you came from and move on. Like, somebody leaving a negative comment on there, like, you're stupid, you know what I mean? Like, doesn't reflect the nature of the group.
No,
unless next to the you're stupid is admin. You know what I mean? Like,
no, because even most of the time, it's even with the people that were made admins.
That's what I'm saying. If it says admin next to it, then that's a problem. But if it doesn't say admin next to it, then that's just a random ass dude that's in there.
I'm talking like if you go to a Prime official page, a Prime officially sanctioned page. There's two.
There's one Prime page.
Well, there's a Prime Inc. page, but then they also consider the Prime Inc. instructor and trainers page to be an official page as well. They also consider
But
the
is it
students page to be an official page as well, because
Is
the
it
people that
official?
are admins, quote unquote admins, which they don't really go on they're to the site all that often anyway. They're called admins, but the thing is, it's a Prime officially sanctioned page, because now you have people that are part of the corporate structure who are admins.
Right, and that's fine, but does Prime run the page? No, Prime runs one page. You know what I mean? Like the rest of it is driven by drivers that in some in-house employees that have oversight on it, but are not in control of it. They weren't the creators of it. They weren't this. And that's why like the PSD TNT student one, that is a great place to go and get resources. And if you're the asshole that goes in there and be like, you're stupid, you know what I mean? Like, dude, you're an asshole. Like, and I'll call you an asshole right here, right now. I'll call you an asshole in front of your face. You know what I mean? Like, that's a place where if they need to go and ask a dumb question, they need to go and ask a dumb question.
Right.
But you can't sit here, especially if you're a trainer, you can't sit there and tell your student there's no such thing as a stupid question, but except for the ones that ask the shit on Facebook. You know what I mean? Like, those people ask stupid questions. Like, come on, man. Like I said, if it doesn't say admin next to the person who called you stupid, then just ignore it. If it says admin, then maybe you want to talk to the other admins, because that's the other problem in half of these pages is there's 20 of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's 20 admins in there who all have something to say. Moving on.
We're backed up on comments. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through some of these comments. I'm sure we're going to get right back to our rant.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
There is an old saying, suck it up, Buttercup, and drive on. Yeah.
Wife says that all the time.
Double standards are BS. They are, and that's a good portion of like what we were talking about, was the fact that some people can go on there and like.
But Prime is just as responsible for that. Again, like I've seen them. Like I can point directly to individual things that they've allowed people to do and told these people they can't, but told these people they can't.
Exactly.
That is a problem. You have to draw the line down that.
Yeah.
You can't play this double-sided sword. Like, I get what I want. And that's fine if you want to do it, but you can't ask me to protect or stand up for you if you're not going to play the game straight down the middle. Because I don't play that.
You can't endorse some people's pages and not others. You can't endorse some people's videos and not others.
But they're not going to say endorse. They're going to say highlight.
Right. But the thing is, that's still endorsing.
That's different than endorsing. Endorsing is saying, like, they're just saying, check this page out. They're highlighting. That's a totally different conversation.
You can highlight certain pages and you can highlight not certain pages, which is the thing is the people that are behind those pages don't represent what they're trying to put forward anyway.
Move forward. Moving on. Keep it moving, pimping. Suck it up, Buttercup, and drive on.
All right, you guys make sense. Thanks.
No, we don't. Stop that line, peg leg.
I think we made sense then. Mind you, this was 10 minutes ago.
Oh.
So it says, when I was working at Silverton Casino, I had a floor supervisor grab a hold of my arm and I walked away.
Bro, he's just trying to take you on a date, man.
You walk it out.
Come with me.
Justin, you being in the hole explains a lot. So I got called in the office. They were like, this guy said you didn't show him respect. I said I did. I didn't kick his ass. They were like, okay, go back to work. Like this is where that's starting to get to. It's just like people aren't being held accountable. People are saying crap that they shouldn't be saying. People are saying stuff on an official forum of which they shouldn't be saying.
Today's society is a me society.
Right.
Me. I want, I need, I this, I that.
Lying on those surveys hurts only one person, the person that's lying.
Oh, look at you. Oh, peg leg with his smartness. Wait, go back to his previous. Where's his previous one? No, not the whole one. Something
you guys make sense.
You make sense. You make sense.
The problem, and I would say this, Peg, and lying on those surveys only hurts one person. And I think it hurts more than one person because one, it's also hurting that instructor because that instructor is starting to rack his brain to figure out why can't I click with this dude? And you find out that he was lying on this. I mean, I think it hurts more than just the liar. It hurts the whole system.
Yeah.
Hey, a lot of David's in here. Down. Whoa, what the heck is up with your profile, bro?
Oh, that's a predator, isn't it?
No, that's a T-Rex with
Shooting guns. That's awesome.
Damn,
What do you mean? What's up with that?
I was just like, whoa! Like when I see David's name, I'm like, I did not expect T-Rex with rocket launchers.
That is awesome. But he did call us buddies. Isn't that a bad thing in trucking anymore? Like,
Good buddies is bad.
He did say, "What's up, good buddies?"
I know what the you know.
Yeah, I thought good buddies was off limits anymore.
It is off limits.
Get the fuck out of here, David.
That's part of your FBG group.
FBG, baby. Never mind. Stick around. FBG. You can say whatever you want to say, good buddy.
What has a computer screen got to do with sliding the fifth wheel?
I don't know. I feel like I screwed up somewhere.
He's asking him what's official about the Prime's page. Not very much anymore. I'm telling you, that's not very much.
No, but Prime's page itself.
There's so many pages. The official, the Prime Inc. page.
That's the only one that means anything to Prime. The only one Prime actually controls that nobody else has an administrative. No driver can just log it. Hell, they don't even let the examiners log in to put up the trifecta pictures.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, they're the only ones with access to that, and that is the only page that is officially Prime. You know what I mean? Like, if you're looking at Prime Inc., whatever, that's not Prime. That's somebody else. There might be administrators on there that work inside of Prime, but that is not their page. They're just there to oversee, and the people who created the page allowed them to be administrators.
It says when someone's ridiculed, I'm guessing he wanted to have an S
why don't
on
you
there.
put that on the screen?
When someone's ridiculed for asking a question, then you check that person right then and there.
And people do.
Yeah.
But then that person that goes and cries that they're being assaulted.
Yeah.
When they started the whole thing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, and then we're going to pander to the dude who's insulting. Like, bro, you were insulting.
We're about to tap into a portion of Timmy Turbo that just explains a lot.
Oh, I don't think any more needs to be. Sometimes lying will get you. Yes, it will, baby. Yes, it will.
Tim speaks from experience.
Always.
Hey, I own this casino. And that's when his supervisor goes, come over here. Machine gun T-Rex America. David's on some different shit.
America. He's on America shit. What are you talking about?
Look, you're all about talking about flatbed. None of those weapons are secured properly.
Are they falling off?
That one kind of looks like it might be.
Might be, but is it?
Don't
give me mics, motherfucker.
That one's shooting straight down.
Hey, up and down, baby. That motherfucker hitting anything.
But
can't hide from it.
So, I know that nobody really expected us to go on the rant of what we did, but
that's why I thought Timmy would like this conversation. A bunch of sensitive snowflakes. He seems to like the type about them types of people.
I'm gonna say no, they are not Mr. Waffle.
Why don't you put it on the screen?
Oh, okay. So no, they're not Mr. Waffle because I brought the whole because he was talking to his student, and I brought the whole fact of hey, do you go to Waffle House and order pancakes?
Oh, good God. Dude, that is such the dumbest argument.
Nope, works. Because it confused David. Because at first the guy was
confused me too, Dave. Don't worry about it. These dumbass come out, you go to Waffle House and order pancakes. People do.
And they're weird.
And people like the pancakes. You go to IHOP and order eggs, don't you?
Eggs are on the menu.
Pancakes are on the menu at Waffle House.
But it's not the name.
You're basing it off the name. IHOP. iHeart America. The whole thing is in pancakes. International House of Pancakes. That's IHOP.
He didn't know what the acronym was.
I couldn't remember what it was. I remember International House of Pancakes, but you go there and order eggs. You know what I mean? Aren't you stupid? Well, I don't like the pancakes here. I've been to IHOP and heard people say they don't like the pancakes at IHOP. That is in their name. Get out of here. We're just doing pancakes, do you? People do. FPG bitches.
They're weird.
You're weird.
No.
Yes.
I went to Waffle House and ordered waffles.
Okay.
I
Good
went-
for you.
I went to the reefer company and pulled reefer.
Look, bro, it's what I wish I had a. I do. I think I do have a card in here. I do believe it's Nia's card.
What card is this?
Yeah, this is Joel. Who else's card do we have? I may not want to put. There we go. Yeah, you can call this lady if you want to. It's gonna be hard, but you can call this lady if you want to. She doesn't work here anymore.
See, look, Tim's on my side. Look, Timmy.
Damn it, this
Actually,
card is
Tim's
all
on your
messed up,
side.
so it doesn't
makes
work.
a good grilled cheese sandwich.
See what I'm saying? Like he went to IHOP and got a grilled cheese sandwich. Yeah, we went out to eat one time with. Sorry, George.
Justin's getting distracted.
Sorry, George. Yeah, we'll cover the direct. I don't think you care if anybody has your email or name. But if you read here on the card, you'll see that it says reefer flatbed. It's on the card. It's on the card, fool.
What's first?
Oh, go ahead and read it. Go ahead and read it, friend. What's first?
Apparently, they went alphabetical.
From left to right, sir. That's right. Flatbed was first on that card. It's right there in green. Flatbed. Flatbed. It's a little close, so you can't read it, but if it's far away, you can't read it either. Second is refrigerated, then tanker, then intermodal. Have a nice day. Keep it moving. Waffle House is the flatbedders. FBG bitches. Wow.
Are those machine guns properly mounted, secured at both hands, no bulges, cuts, or abrasions, and ready to fire?
Dude, they're already firing. What are you watching?
But I think that basically ends our rant in a way.
I don't know. We could keep going.
We could, but I mean that's
what's the point? You got the point.
Exactly. I think that gets to the point.
We fleshed it enough.
I know that last week that we did we brought my brother in. That was pretty cool. I think that I'm gonna start trying to do a couple more things like that. I'm gonna try to bring in my other brother Corey. We'll try to do that one probably here within the next couple weeks or so. Gotta get a hold of your brother.
He's probably not coming, dude.
He's probably not coming. I'm not saying he has to.
I'm just
I'm
gonna
not
put
saying
that
he
out
has
there.
to get here. I'm just saying, just send him a link and tell him to click on it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not happening. Pretty positive in that dimension that's not going to happen. I might be able to convince some old people to be able to, but I don't know if you really want to talk to them either. That could drag on some things, man, and them stories get to going, and they last forever, man. Like they don't stop telling the stories. So
neither do you.
No, I know. Like, see how we're done ranting over the other thing, and I just moved on.
Well, if I would have kept fueling the fire, you probably would have.
I can end it anytime. Like, say I stopped reading. You know what I mean? Like, just stop.
Got mad. Stopped reading.
Very, very simplistic. Very, very simplistic.
But that's.
But we should bring in more guests. Let's say that they don't have to be family related.
We could bring in some dad members. I'm
saying, like, there's a guy that's supposed to be in contact with us. I would love to have him on for an interview.
Oh, Tommy.
Yeah. Like, that's a great interview. There's a lot of great interviews out there that I think we can tap into.
Exactly.
Tom.
Yeah. See, now he's typing now. We said his name. We got him up.
I think he's behind. I think he's behind, and he's just catching on.
Oh, it says good chance I'll be there next Friday.
Hey.
There we go.
And I think it's good promotion too for those that don't know. In September, you know what I mean? Like, it's only about a month away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that. The rodeo is coming up.
True.
So look,
truck driving rodeo. We're not talking about bulls.
We need that team trophy, dog. Team trophy. We need that thing. I went down there. I screwed the pooch. I dropped the ball. You know what I mean? Like, I'm saddened within myself. You know what I mean? Like, I still beat Sean. That's really the only thing I went out there to do. I accomplished that while not wearing a seatbelt. And he was safely. Oh, gosh.
Stop, drop, and roll.
We're not talking about that. We're not bringing that in. You know what I mean? Like, we're talking positive vibes here. You know what I mean? Like, so.
Well, It was a positive vibes when you put it to me, but as soon as I brought it
Positive vibes, bro. Me beating you is positive.
I bring it
You
up.
bringing up that negative question. You didn't answer the question right either because you weren't there to take it. Okay? So shut the hell up.
This FYI, if you ever catch on fire, don't hope this guy's gonna put you out by telling you to stop, drop, and roll. He's gonna tell you to grab a fire extinguisher and put yourself out.
Bro, that's not what the question said. That's not what the question said. But you know what I mean? Like that is just about a month away. So you know what I mean? Like that is at the Labor Day picnic. You know what I mean? Like, and it'd be good to get them on here a couple of times just to even talk about that, get some people out here. We need that team trophy though. Like FedEx took that thing and like I kicked myself even harder. Like, man, we should have won that. You know what I mean? Like, and like didn't realize there was a team trophy. You know what I mean? Like, but we need that. We need that team trophy. Like, how are we not winning team trophies in Missouri? Like, that needs to be a thing that happens. That's carrying on. Can't just skip. I have a good cheese sandwiches. What did Peg say? I don't even know. All I can say is buckle up at the rodeo. That, bro. So I almost didn't.
You almost didn't.
Look, every time I competed, you know what I mean? Like whether it was at the Prime one, right? Like at the Prime one, like something had gone on and they're like, all right, man, we'll let you like get everything set, do what you got to do, and then we'll get you going. So as soon as I get in the truck, I shut the door. They're like, hey, let's go. And so I went. I'm like, oh, okay. Like I didn't think about anything. I didn't move any of the mirrors. Right. I didn't do, you know what I mean? Like I just went. And so like buckling up was never a thing. And then at the rodeo itself, there was a doubles guy. So like the way it was working was the guy was driving around. So the doubles, we were running with doubles. And so the doubles guy would be about halfway through the course, then you would release, right? Mm-hmm. And so by the time you even got in the truck, buckled up, adjusted your mirrors, like that dude was about halfway through and boom, you're going. The doubles dude was still sitting there when I went out to the truck. And all of these people were very upset that dude was still sitting there. Like, they're like, why is he still sitting there? Like, he should be gone already. And like, they're looking at me like they're mad. Like, I'm not driving that truck. Like, why are you mad at me? You know what I mean? Like, and I got in the truck. They're all, and I'm like, oh my God. And they're like, do you want us to move the mirrors? And I'm like, no, I'm fine. Thank you. And I was sitting there like, okay, I have adjusted the mirrors. These people are mad again. Why? And seatbelt. And then I did this a lot, man. I did this a lot to make sure that they saw that I did put it on. Like, hey, I didn't do what George told me to do, which was to put it on before I shut the door. But the dude shut the door on me. Like, I got in the truck and the dude shut the door. I said they were very upset about whatever that doubles guy was not doing.
So, okay, hold on.
But anyway, that is coming down the pipeline. So, you know what I mean? Like, if
I don't know why someone would want to rant. Well, okay. I don't know why someone would want to throw tarps. Okay, I'm gonna get the tarps in, but tarps in 10 below zero, whether or not in pouring down rain, reefer or dry van makes a lot of sense to me.
But he didn't call it fucking Waffle House. He went and got grilled cheese at the house. Okay?
You upset, Justin.
I'm not the one that says that nonsense. Like, you can go reefer if you want to go reefer. Ain't nobody mad at
Justin,
you.
hashtag buckle up for trophies, brother, FBG.
We're still on that nonsense. Still on it.
Peg legs on it. You got two of them. Buckle up for trophies and stop, drop, and roll.
Dude, the stop, drop, and roll is bull. That's BS. I'm calling it. That's that double standard nonsense. Hashtag get Sean in the game.
Hashtag Sean's going to be in the game because I'm not sitting on the sidelines for another.
I don't know if this back thing is going to interrupt my status of being able to compete.
I don't know.
I gotta get back to work sooner than later. I know that.
Because what was it? Accidents should and
no, but time off. That's why Thomas couldn't go because he didn't work in a certain time frame.
No, because Thomas was doing that stuff.
No, he wasn't.
Doing donuts.
That's not why he didn't go.
I don't know. That's him though.
That was him.
I don't know.
That ain't him. Stop confusing me. Anyway, you did something cool this week.
It doesn't take much to confuse Justin.
You're like, this is what he was doing. I'm like, no, that's not why he didn't get to go.
No, see, look, broken leg was what messed him up.
Right, not driving.
Broken leg. You're still active. You ever been
Presently.
active for you got to be active for longer than 6 months. He was out because he had to have his shit complete.
No, I understand that. So I'm hoping this goes sooner, quicker, so I can be a part of it.
I mean, to be honest, is it going to really affect you? Because I mean, as soon as they say, "Hey, you're going to need to do this," you're going to be like, "Nope, not going to do it. I'm just going to go back to work."
Look, dude, I am really trying to play this out in a positive manner. Everybody keeps saying that nonsense. I just told the doctor what happened and what went wrong, and they gave me attitude, okay?
They gave you an attitude. I told you the truth.
So I don't know what these people want me to
He
do.
said-
So yes, I want to get in and out sooner than later.
He says, "Correct, off too long." Dude, just create your own flipping, create your own,
He's fine. Leave
create your own
the old
account.
man alone.
That way you can get in here. That way we don't have to keep going back and forth.
He's gonna be here. He's gonna be here. We're gonna have a nice conversation. You know what I mean? Like, so next week will be a lot of rodeo talk. You know what I mean? Like, if we get the opportunity to meet up with the guy.
Hold on, we gotta see this go that way. Trying to see if there's enough room.
For what?
Someone's got to be in the middle.
We can always push that thing back.
True. We're creating room for you.
We can,
I don't know
we
why
can-
I'm talking to that.
We can relocate back up there.
He says, "Okay, get your questions ready. I'll be there on Friday." I don't think it's more so that we get questions. I don't think we have great questions.
Message us questions you want us to ask Thomas Miller.
His first question is going to be, "Who's Thomas Miller?"
Find out next
That's
week.
going to be the first question. It's going to be asked by Timmy. Who the fuck's Thomas?
But
Doctors should always lie to. No,
they do lie. They say you're broke and you're really not.
you kind of broke.
Yeah, I'm broke. But
Do either
they acting like I'm not.
Do either of you have dash cams of scary driving moments? I do,
Nope. I don't carry a dash cam.
because he doesn't want those scary moments to come out.
That might be the reason you had a scary moment.
45 truck driving championship competitions. I've got answers. 45. He ain't been in the industry for 45 years.
Different events.
You double dipper. Double dipping. Wow.
He's right there, bro.
Double dipping. See, you're here. There. Not there. You're here.
No, he's there.
No.
It's like talking
here.
to it's like talking to Sam.
Look, it's going. That's.
It's like talking to Sam. First you gotta read, then you gotta respond. Love you, Sam.
Doctors.
I love you, Sam.
As I say, doctors should always lie to, or you should always, doctors you should always lie to. Okay. And then doctors don't know shit.
Bro, so that's a fact though. Like people told me, like they practice medicine.
Justin is the scary moment.
Whoa, Pegs. Damn. You haven't even seen anything yet. We haven't even got worked up yet.
Oh, man, that was good. Anyway, but yeah, we're getting on to something else I did this week.
Yeah. You had a good moment, man.
Hey.
You did some nice things.
So, one of the things that, especially like being on the driver advisory board, you're privy to some of this information coming out on. It should have gone out to more people, but they put out that every year in Springfield we do it's kind of like a touch a truck kind of deal, to where it sounds so bad. It sounds so bad.
Go ahead, Timmy.
Anyway.
Go ahead, Timmy.
But it's a community involvement thing. You have a whole bunch of trucks that show up to like the parking lot, you have the fire department, police department, city utilities. They had oversized like excavators. They had the cleanest trash truck I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, brother. They washed it
They
up.
washed it up. I mean, that thing was clean. I'm like, you couldn't even smell trash.
Who was it?
Whoever does Springfield. So was that Republic?
There's a lot of them, man.
Republic.
There's like
Sanitation
3
or
different
something.
trash companies that pick off my street.
No.
And that's just my street.
I think it's like Republic Sanitation or something like that, but it was out of the city of Springfield, so it may have been city of Springfield. They also brought a city bus. They brought a school bus. They brought all kinds of different cool stuff. The police department brought their tactical unit.
Did you get in it?
No.
Oh.
I was too busy trying to make sure kids didn't fall out of my truck. Because the way that it was us had my truck. It had Convoy of Hope, the Convoy for Hope joint. They came with the trailer, and then they were like, "Well, Prime, why don't you have a trailer?" They're the only ones that brought a trailer, and then they asked me why I didn't bring a trailer. So next year I'm bringing the troop trailer. I'm bringing that one. But the only troop trailer that we had at Prime at the time had a big rip on the side of it.
Ooh,
so I didn't want to bring that.
No.
But
this trailer's seen combat.
Exactly. It's been blown up a time or two. We're good.
We got this.
But we got to they called for volunteers. I happened to be in the yard like normal. So took the bobtail over there. Kids got in and out. They got to basically blow the air horn. That air horn works, FYI. Like they pre-tripped the crap out of that thing. And I left with no air in the tanks. Well, since I didn't leave with no air in the tanks, I needed to air up before I left because there was definitely no leaving because there was no air in the tanks.
Yeah, that's generally. I was going to correct you on that, but
yeah,
no. That's that Reaver.
Prime was there, which had one of our trucks, which I wish we would have had more. Thomas. Yeah. Calling him
Don't
out.
act like Thomas don't need to go out there and make money for his truck, bro. He does a lot of things. That guy does a lot of
stuff on the side of his truck. He should have been there.
That guy does a lot of things for
Prime.
That guy does a lot of things for Prime.
He does. He should have been there so people could touch his truck.
You went to one little thing. You're like, oh, I wish more people would have showed up. You know how many times he's probably said that?
I've done multiple. I've actually done a couple of them, and I've been the only one to show up on a couple of them. Both of the ones that I did, I was the only guy that was there.
What other one did you do?
There was one that they did over at the Catholic Church parking lot. The same thing, touch a truck deal.
Oh yeah. You brought a trailer to that one, though.
No, I did not.
Oh,
there was no trailer that could fit in the church parking lot.
Yeah.
We actually ended up pissing off the neighbors because all the kids want to get in there and blow the horn, and you can't tell a kid not to blow a horn. Well, you had like 2 or 3 people that came out of the house that was close to the parking lot and came in over, and they were like, "We're trying to sleep because we work at night, and we're not able to sleep because the kids keep honking the horn." It's like, well, then you tell all the kids that they can't blow the air horn on the big rig.
I'll go to the other side of the building. Thank you. Have a nice day.
So we had to not blow the air horn because we wanted to keep blowing the air horn. And what we really wanted to do is because the police department was supposed to show up, the police department was going to be there. Like, you should talk to the police department. They're right there. But they didn't show up until like 15 minutes before it was going to close. So it's just like, thanks, guys. But anyway, like they did some photos. It's on my Instagram. It's not on my Instagram. It's on my Facebook. So it's on my Facebook. I'm going to try to do kind of a video montage, and I might be able to put it onto YouTube. But did some photos. The kids had a blast. They get up in there, honk the horn, get out. There was huge lines that were on either side of that truck. And we're talking like at least 15, 20 kids, like, on both sides, all trying to get in the truck at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So you've done those too.
I did one in elementary school, and I missed it this year because I was out of town.
Which I was almost like, we need to bring a flatbed. Like we were talking, like we should have brought a flatbed out there too, because the kids can at least step on the step deck.
Yeah, you got to bring a step deck.
We don't want to get there.
Whenever you do those events, you got to bring a step deck because they want to get on it. Like the one that I did at the school, like I told the teachers, like, it doesn't bother me. You know what I mean? Like, and so some teachers allowed their kids and others didn't. And I feel like if we had a step deck, less people would have been intimidated to let the kids on it.
True, because I mean, those flatbed decks are like what? How high off the ground? And he's fairly
6
tall, so we're like 5'11". They usually figure it's at.
No, because I'm 6'1", so I mean 5'11" would be here. I don't know when it comes up there. It's probably like 4 foot.
I'd say more than 4 foot. I think like 5.
He's got the bench at base, so it goes
either way. But yeah, so
look like that, and they go beep.
either way, like I was able to go out there and do that, which I love doing those things, and it's a blast. Because I brought up this, like, because we didn't really get to do that kind of stuff whenever we were kids. This kind of stuff didn't exist, to where it was more so like truck driving was used as a like a threat. Like, hey, you better go to school or you're gonna be driving a truck for the rest of your life.
Yeah, who knew?
Yeah, who knew that was a good thing?
Yeah,
it's like things like.
But they made it.
Grandpa didn't tell me crap. Like he was like, because they use that. Like so you might want to go to college, you want to get your degree, or you're going to end up being like your grandfather and drive a truck for the rest of your life.
Right, but
he didn't come forward and say he was making good money.
But there's a lot of sacrifice to it, and there's a lot of sacrifice to that, and you know what I mean. Like it comes with like I wouldn't want. If my kids were to do it, I'd want them to do it before they were ready to start a family and do all that other good jazz, man. Like I've missed a lot. You know what I mean? Like, and
yeah, there's not to say that you definitely do a lot of sacrificing doing this job, but you do it in the name of creating a life for your kids.
Right? No, it's great, but like I missed a bunch of stuff. You know what I mean? Like so, and look, dude, like back in the day, like ask Grandpa how great it was. Like they did not have what we have today. You know what I mean? Like they weren't, you know what I mean? Like there was an era where they're like, yo, this load's in North Carolina, you in North Carolina, this load needs to be in Cali by Wednesday. You know what I mean? Like, and I need you back with that load. I need you to pick this load up Wednesday night and be back with it Friday night. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, and they hand them the fucking bills to the load that they had in an 8-ball of Coke and was like, go get it. You know what I mean? Like, and there was another 8-ball on the other side of that coming back. You know what I mean? Like that's a real ball. That's a real thing. And then there was no protection for these drivers because they were like, well, if you don't do it, you're not going to have a job. And it was the job for the people that couldn't get a job. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you're a felon, you're this, you're that. Well, you can do this, but if you don't do what I just told you to do, then you're not going to have a job anymore. And that was the way that you fed you know what I mean? Like, so they definitely abused this. Nowadays, man, we're in such demand that you're an idiot to take bullshit from anybody. You know what I mean? Like, hey, bro, like you're not saying that you should be job hopping over and over and over again, but like if they treat you with a lack of respect, man, like all you got to do is jump to the next one. You know what I mean? Like, why are you leaving Prime? Because they don't treat me right. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like when I say I want to go home, they don't send me home. So, you know what I mean? Like they send me the opposite
they don't
direction.
Treat me right. By all means, man, go. Hey, man, you came back. Yeah, that other company treated me worse.
Right, we do get a lot of people that come back, but you know what I mean? Like some people don't understand as they come in as PSDs, man. They don't understand that the grass is not always green. Like understand this. This is what we used to tell the classes when we talk to the classes. Like understand what a recruiter's job is, man. Get you in the door. You know what I mean? Like, and I learned this the hard way. And if I ever get into a position of power, I will do my best to change it. You know what I mean? Like, but the odds of me ever getting in that position are slim to none. You know what I mean? Like me ever having influence on people.
It sounds better to say you're in a position of influence as opposed to a position of power, Mr. Dictator.
Whatever, man. Like, a position to make decisions where people would listen to me.
An influential position, not a position of
power.
Look,
all this hunky-dory shit he said. You know what I mean? Like,
it's like
but I
this
worked
will be
for
a hostile takeover.
I worked for the idiots over at the Bluebird, and I decided to quit there.
You can't do that whenever I'm having a drink. God, what the fuck is that?
Choose your drinking time differently. But I worked for Martin for all of like 2 to 3 months. And when I quit there, I asked them to turn my truck in Atlanta where I did my orientation. I was going to work for a guy down in Tampa, and he was going to drive up from Tampa, pick me up, drive me back down, put me in the truck. We're gone. You know what I mean? Like Martin decided like, no, that's not going to work for us. We're going to need you to take this load to Indianapolis. And I'm like, what? So whatever. I took it out there. The guy bought me a plane ticket to fly out from Indianapolis down to Tampa, which was weird because I flew to Boston to fly to Tampa. So I went from Indy to Boston to Tampa. Anyway, that's a whole different story. Yeah, people don't know. The airports do not know how to fly.
No, they don't. I mean,
trip planning is not a strong suit.
I've done the same thing, but I've done the same thing with the military. Like when I go home on leave, like I had to fly from Guantanamo to Florida to Jacksonville. So I got at the Jacksonville International Airport, and I'm trying to get to Cali. So I fly from Jacksonville. I go up to Washington, D.C., go from Washington, D.C. to Atlanta, From Atlanta, I go out to Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City, come back to Dallas, and Dallas to California.
Planes don't know how to trip plan.
They don't.
Anyway.
Logistically, it makes no sense. It's like you're flying through the air, be like, I need to do it that way.
Can I finish making my
Go,
point?
sorry, my bad.
Yeah. You weren't drinking that time.
Just go.
So I get to Indianapolis. I turn in my truck. I asked them for a ride to the airport. They said no. They said, you don't work for us anymore. Like, so, like, what you got to understand is, like, if you just leave their truck somewhere, that's abandonment of equipment. But they can leave a driver stuck anywhere. See, recruiter's job is to get you there. Once you're there, if you choose not to be there anymore, it's on you to get yourself somewhere else. So they know that you're stuck. You know what I mean? Like, so you're at least going to pull a couple of loads for them. So they'll sell you any bill of goods to get you there, because most of these places, like, we have people that come to us from Vermont, New Hampshire. Now, granted, we have the Pittston terminal now, which makes things easier. But before that, you would have to come to Springfield. You know what I mean? Like, how are you going to get back to those places? Most people come needing to make money. They don't have any.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? Like, if I ever get into a position of influence
Right.
and decision making, you know what I mean? Like, I plan on fighting for abandonment of drivers, because that is a thing that I think should exist. But keep in mind, recruiters are going to tell you whatever you want. Like, I had a student one time that told me that he went to go work for Western Express of all places.
Right.
And told me they were going to pay him 75 cents a mile. I was like, bro, you've lost your mind. He was like, no, man, I'm telling you what my recruiter said, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, dude, whatever, man. Like, there's no way they're paying you 75 cents a mile.
Yeah.
Like, if they were, why would I not work there?
Right.
But it was a prorated thing. So if you drove anything under 150 miles, they paid you 75 cents. Or under 100 miles or something like that. It was stupid. But he was definitely not making 75 cents. So the more miles he ran, the lower the money. So if a load went like 1,000 miles, he got paid 27 cents a mile.
Damn. Anyway. We're at an hour and 7 minutes. It's time to wrap her up.
All right, fine.
But,
Right. Get out of here.
yeah.
Go do something with your lives.
Yeah. But thanks for you read the last comment.
Oh, what does it say?
So I want to be like BJ and the Bear, have a girlfriend in every town, live on the road, and I've got no kids.
Nice. Good point. BJ and the Bear.
But all right, guys,
That's a good quote to end on.
Yeah.
That's part of truck driving, though, man. Come on out. We're still hashtag get Timmy hired.
After all, they're going to look at all these comments and they're going to be like, I don't think we want him. But anyway, we're going to get out of here, guys. You guys have a good week, and we will see you next week. And weekend and good week. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. We do have, like I said, we're going to have a special guest hopefully next week if Thomas can get in here. So looking forward to seeing Thomas Miller next week.
Yeah.
So it'll be some interesting. Bring your truck driving championship questions, because he has done 23 of them for Prime, 21 for state, 3 nationals 3 times, charity events 2 times. So actually 49 truck driving championships. September will be 50. He's assuming that he's going to go. Like, he's banking on the fact he's going to qualify again.
Is he counting those?
I don't know.
Is he counting the qualifiers?
I doubt it.
Are you counting the qualifiers? Are you counting those?
I don't think he's in there
Because
anymore.
you can't count qualifying. Like, you can't count tryouts as championships, bruh.
He goes treeouts.
You can't go to tryouts.
All right.
Think that you're doing something, man.
We're going to get out of here, guys. I guess have a good week and see you
Tim
guys
said
next. Please, what?
Buckle up, Justin.
All right. And we are out of here, guys. Deuces.
Oh,